What's going on, guys? Today, before we get into the gameplay, I want to share my thoughts and review these two characters. Now, the gameplay won't have commentary just because I'm kind of sick and I don't want to sniff and cough throughout the video. Now, Film Red Yasopp. I really like this guy. He's going to be the unit I focus on the most, and his skill 1 is kind of like Izo and kind of like the old Yasopp, where it does many hits over a certain range, so like many bullets. So in close range, many bullets will hit, so it will deal more damage. And the damage isn't insane, but it has a knockback effect, but more importantly, a capture block. For 25 seconds, the opponents won't be able to capture the flag, which is just insane because the skill cooldown is only 27 seconds. But not only that, his skill 2 is a charge skill. The first hit will come up pretty quickly, but it has a knockback effect. If you charge it a bit more, it will deal a bit more damage, but also have the capture block for 25 seconds, and the knockback stays. And if you wait and charge it for the second charge, he will give himself an attack buff, deal more damage, and also ignore damage reduction. But also the capture block will stay and the knockback will stay. So this is an insane skill on 30-second cooldown. Is very good. And when he performs a perfect dodge, he will deal a damage with the knockback effect and also inflict them with capture block, which is just crazy. And it will deal fixed percent of the opponent's damage, 30% of their max HP, which is just huge. Also, when you perform a perfect dodge, your defense boosted by 30%. That's nothing to scoff at all, and you get your dodge back instantly. That is just crazy. Also, when you attack an enemy that is capturing the treasure, you'll deal 50% more damage and get your skill 1 faster. And again, his skill 1 will allow you to knock them back and inflict them with capture block, which is just wow. And also, after when you're using skill 2, like if they attack you, you won't fall on the floor. You'll stay up to hit. And so that's very nice. When he's above 70%, he reduces damage received by 50%. And also, if you receive damage from an enemy which is more than 50% of your HP, so let's say you have 20,000 HP and an opponent does a skill that normally should be 10,000, you get an extra 50% damage reduction. So above 70%, and if they do a big hit, you get 100% DR, which means they will do 0 damage to you, which is just beautiful. The only problem is that you cannot get the 100% DR with this guy, even if you have Zone Grand Line or a defense set, or a damage reduction set, sorry. But it's not too bad because he's not focused really on damage reduction. He has really good damage reduction, but he doesn't have any extra for being in his treasure area, which is what most defenders have. When you're also in the area and you capture treasure, when you knock back, you increase the distance of that by 2. So with worst gen, that's like 2.3 times. You don't need worst gen with how much range this has, but you can have that for even more range, and you get your skill 2 cooldown faster, which is just insane. Suddenly you're on a 17-second cooldown, you have an attack buff, everything is great for you. And when you knock back an enemy, which both skills knock back enemies, you heal and reduce cooldown of skill 2. So every time you use a skill, you get your skill 2 cooldown first. So it would be great if you can actually use your skill 2 first. That way, when you use your skill 1, knock them back, you get your skill 2 cooldown. So that's pretty cool. Overall, I really like this unit. This is the medal set I'm using on him right now. It's not something great for him necessarily, right? After you KO, this is not going to happen often. But when your allies are not near the treasure, you get some damage reduction. I don't have many medals on this new account, so that's why I'm using that. It's nothing great. Now, for Usopp. Now, I know a lot of people are more excited for Usopp. I managed to get him to boost 1. Once I have 90 orbs, I will boost to him. So I will definitely get this row done. I just forgot to. So I couldn't max out his skills yet because I did not think I would get 2 new red units. And I definitely did not think I'd work on 2 units, which is just insane. But a mid-range area attack with a chance to stun that will decrease defense and nullify stagger. Now, this is very good, right? Except Shanks and Roger nullify stun and actually get defense buffs or heals from stuns. But here's the catch. There's going to be a trade that makes this very good. So overall, this is very nice. It stays on the floor and you stun the opponents. Very good. Now, this one is extra long range, which will deal a flame, which is not necessarily the best thing, but because, for example, if you flame an opponent with capture block, they can suddenly capture again. But it's not bad. If you get them low, they can die from it. Also, you increase damage dealt against attackers and nullify stagger, which is great, and you give them a speed debuff. Now, speed debuff is very underrated. It's such an annoying debuff to have, especially if you inflict it on a runner. But on an attacker, this skill is going to do insane damage, 2 times the damage it will deal on normal characters, which is just great. Now, his traits, and nullify negative against any Perona, that's nice. If we ever get the new Perona, that's going to be solid. When attacking an enemy with skill 1, remove status effects applied to enemies that buff their target. Okay, point is, characters like Sabo or Zoro or Shanks or Big Mom that make themselves into a state, Golden Week as well, but Golden Week is invincible, so it doesn't work. But any character that puts himself in a state, this guy will remove it with his skill 1, which is just insane. And also increase the cooldown time of the enemy dodging. So suddenly they're in that thing, they lose their state, and they can't dodge. Yikes, yikes for them. This is clearly Shank's counter, obviously. So that's why the skill 1 has benefits and cons against Shanks, but not really, because you will see in another trait when dealing damage with hit 3 of the normal, 100% chance to remove the attack increase. So all attack buffs of any opponent will get removed in your third hit of your normals, which is just insane. You also die, revive with 3%, and then die and revive with 3% again, which is just super annoying, especially because this guy is really good. And when you're attacking attackers, normal attack damage increase by 50%. Wow. If you're against attackers, and you get your skill 1 faster, which is just crazy because, again, skill 1 is the skill that's really good against Shanks and stuff. So, wow. So, overall, this is an insane skill. And when your HP is less than 50, you get your dodge faster, which is not bad. Helps you escape, help you get a perfect dodge. It's going to be cool. Now, you might say, okay, but that skill 1 removes their state, but suddenly you stun them, they heal back, and blah, blah, blah. No, here's the thing. When they remove your stun, so if you stun them with your skill, but then they nullify the stun, you get your opponent's increased skill by 50%, and you get an attack buff of 30%. So suddenly they don't have their skill, and you're dealing even more damage, which is just insane. And also, when hit with a knockback by an enemy, reduce cooldown of skill 1 by 30%. Okay, so if you get knocked back, you get your skill 1 faster. That's why his medal set will increase that. So again, he's definitely focused on his skill 1 because that's going to remove their states. If there's stun characters like Roger and Shanks, it will all the characters that nullify stun, but I'm just saying these two especially. This is clearly made for Shanks. And yeah, overall these two units are very, very good, guys. Like, I am just like so happy I managed to pull them, and I'm so happy that I got lucky on my pulls, and more importantly, I'm so happy that they were both reds because I didn't need to invest some boost 2 orbs and boost 1 orbs into boosting some new 2 and 3 stars. I'm very lucky. 38 total team power. I am, wow. We're suddenly gonna see, this was like, my progress was here, now we're here. All right, guys, so hope you enjoy the gameplay on this free-to-play account. Of course, it will be S plus gameplay, not SS, because I'm not there yet, but when I get to SS, I'll make another account update and show you guys. So hopefully by the end of this season, I will be in SS for the first time. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.
のし込まれているのはドイツだ。俺と一緒に世界をひっくり返さねえか。大したことねえな。さてこんなもんかな。行くぞ、ほら、かわせるか。行くぞ、ほら、かわせるか。わからすよね。仕上げよ。さてこんなもん。危ねえ危ねえ。行くぞ、ほら、かわせる。に怒られるわ。危ねえ危ねえ。これさてこんなもんかな。このまま終われるか。さあこんなもんかな。危ねえ危ねえ。ついてくれ危ねえ。こいさあ危ねえ危ねえ。行くぞほら、かわせるか。行くぞかわせるか。行くぞほら、かわせるか。危ねえ危ねえ。これ 命の限り答えて危ねファイヤーバードスタまた来る頃にはっていうのはドイツだ。
俺たちが相手をしてやる。
俺と一緒に世界をひっくり返さねえか。
さて大したことねえな。さて、これで終わりだ。危ねえ危ねえ。
なんてことするの？
さて、危ねえ危ねえ。
レーザーはまだまだ続くから一旦聞いてね。
合わせるか？
なんだこいつは。
さて、こんなもんかな。危ねえ危ねえ。いくぞ。合わせるか？まだまだ俺たちはカムサリか。命の限り答えてやら。ファイヤーバードスター。
一丁やるか。
いけ。いけ。よっと。
カムサリ。
ラスメシア。いけ。必殺緑星竹ジャベリン。ファイヤーバードスター。いけ。必殺緑星。いけ。必殺緑星竹ジャベリン。いけ。必殺緑星竹ジャベリン。
なんだこいつは。
時間がない。
いけ。危ねえ。
パ
いけ。
パおい、これで終わりだ。
誰にも止められなくなるぞ。
世のはドイツだ。
世界をひっくり返さねえか。
奪うつもり。
ひっくり返さねえか。
さて。 ちら遅れを取るな。じゃあ命の限り答えてやら。ファイヤーバードじゃやらねえ。いけると必殺緑星竹ジャベリンラスメシア。いけ必殺緑星竹ジャベリン。いけ必殺緑星
溢れるほどちょろい男だよ。
危ねえ。いけ必殺緑星竹ジャベリン。いけそりゃいけ必殺緑星いけ
なかなかやるよい。
こいつのやつはやらねえ。ラスメシア。いけ必殺緑星一番恐れてたことが。よっとファイヤーバードスター。
俺を許さねえかせな。
いけいけ必殺緑星竹ジャベリン。いけ必殺緑星竹ジャベリンラスメシア。いけいけいけパウターレス。ラスメシア。楽しく行こうぜ。さて
何か来るぞ。
一緒や
でもねえのか。もう誰も信じねえ。
誰かよ。行くぞほらかわせるか。誰かよ。
俺を許せ。
行くぞほらかわせるか。